Champions of Asia. Still though, the bottom team in Australia, no points after 4 games so far. Western Sydney Wanderers, and no team in the history of the A-League has opened the season with 5 consecutive losses. So that's a stat the Wanderers will be desperately keen to see how the second 45 unfolds. Away we go through Central Coast. They've got off the mark in terms of points. 4 points this season for the Mariners. They've drawn a lot of encouragement from that comeback against Melbourne City at the weekend. An old-fashioned Central Coast Mariners spirit that you talked about a fair bit, Ned Zelich, seems to be back inside that dressing room. At least the early signs are that it's on the way back. What they do have to do, I guess, Ned, is get a lot more punch in that front third. Despite all that energy, they struggle to create goal-scoring opportunities for the Mariners.
Of course, but it really is encouraging to see them defend with intensity, close the ball down very quickly. We're just so used to seeing that from Mariners teams in the past. It's been like watching a wildlife documentary with a lion tracking down a zebra. That's the intensity that they've been defending with in the past.
Will they get the zebra in the end? We'll have to wait and see. Duke trying to work with Fitzgerald. Pertex Stadium, not the Serengeti Plains, but I get what you're saying. I get your drift there.
If there's any kids watching, the zebra gets out alive.
Good, I like a happy ending. Away we go long from the Mariners, looking for Mitch Duke, who's double teamed by Hamill and Cole.
That's where Rose really needs to remain composed under pressure there with that header. The old biscuit tin. And they've shown some really good signs tonight, the Mariners. The fact that they've been able to play out under pressure.
Wanderers, of course, back here at the weekend to play the Jets. Castellan goes back to Coventry, who got a average bounce. Wanderers preparing to go to Morocco for the FIFA Club World Cup, where they'll play Cruz Azul. A teammate of steel will play a club built on money made from concrete. Should be some clash, that one, in Rabat.
Again, the Mariners showing real intensity, just launching themselves into tackles. Disrupted a good counter-attacking opportunity there as well.
They felt the effects of that one, Tommy Urich, and eventually the card came out from the top pocket of Chris Griffith-Jones. Josh Rose, first player to be cautioned this evening. That battle gone there that we identified just on kickoff. Mickey Neal, the youngster, against the 31-year-old Romeo Castellan. How have you seen?
Well, I'm a bit surprised that Castellan has been drifting inside on so many occasions. I think that's a real opportunity for the Wanderers to create a situation where they isolate and get Castellan on the ball against Neal. Just haven't done that enough.
Thought long and hard about that one, Chris Griffith-Jones, eventually giving Montgomery the benefit of the doubt. Comes that up and under again. One in the air by Duke. Rose. Duke in receiving that ball and spinning is put out the arm and absolutely poleaxed his opponent. It was Jacopo La Rocca who's got the number, the Italian. Out comes Kovac and again he's filled it. Matt Sim and a good second save from the Wanderers goalkeeper. Got the couple tonight, I'd say, Kovac.
But again, such good play from the Mariners, an incisive ball into midfield. Mitchell Duke just worked so hard. That was the platform basically to create that opportunity, to force the opponent into errors. Plenty of football in the opposition half. Central Coast. Montgomery. Neal bends it in. Adeleke cleans up for Western Sydney, comes away with the football, the Nigerian. Rukavica, he's been peripheral. Kovac. Take no chances. Just working so hard, the Mariners put the Wanderers under pressure, not allowing them any time on the ball.
Of course, Ante Kovac arrested for the trip to Perth. Dean Bouzanis made his Wanderers debut, the former Sydney FC junior or youth team player. Ball in the early stages of the second half, Ante Kovac. But Zach Anderson's been caught out. The shot was on target. Good save, Liam Redding. Very good save indeed to deny Jacopo La Rocca. Who spun off Zach Anderson impressively to make the room for the shot. Adeleke. Rukavica looking to play in the Nigerian.
Use the space beautifully to create that opportunity. The Wanderers need to work that area in between defence and midfield. Get on the ball and then run at the opponent.
Great ball, Josh Rose. It's impressive coverage by Hamill.
He's worked so hard, Mitchell Duke, and those are the runs that really...
The Mariners happy to go along. Great flick on Mitch Duke. Here's a chance for the Mariners. And it's been butchered. The shot over the crossbar from Nick Fitzgerald. Well, he did everything right, Mitch Duke, with the flick on. Just simple, basic play, but it's Mitchell Duke again working so hard. Fabulous flick on. Really has to put that away. Nick Fitzgerald, part of his game, he really has to improve goal scoring. Just looks surprised that he was in that situation all of a sudden. Needs to stay composed. 5 A-League goals to his name, Nick Fitzgerald. Over 60 appearances, so made the most of the good positions he gets himself into. Sim keeps it in. Duke. Montgomery got his wide completely crossed. cheap turnover. Chance here for the Wanderers if they can get in behind. A good recovery from Josh Rose. Just as Rukavitsa was looking to make it a one-on-one. How do you see this combination between Juric and Rukavitsa developing? I guess the first thing is they have to be picked in the team more than once or twice.
But sure, but they really need something coming from deep. Need excellent quality service.
Another good intercept from Josh Rose, who's added speed to that central defensive area.
Juric and Rukavitsa, both players make excellent runs off the ball. They just need that service from behind. Need something from Saba.
Corner from Saba, plenty of height on it. Again, just a bit too much height for La Rocca. Goalkeeper. Pascalero lead. The Wanderers players run into each other. Pascalero, Fitzgerald, back to Pascalero. Worked it through midfield here, Central Coast, but Montgomery's delivery to that crucial final pass, if you like, was wayward. Pascalero playing partner because Storm Bru's been away with the New Zealand national team. He played in both those friendlies against China and Thailand. He always losing to Thailand last night. Likewise, the Wanderers without Nikolai Topor-Stanley. He's been away with the Socceroos and couldn't get back in time for this game either. Comes Central Coast. Corner from Cole. Saba, that was full-blooded commitment, wasn't it, from Anderson? Needed to be, well timed. Fitzgerald. Duke with the header. Hutchinson's in there. Hutchinson flashes into Kovic. And that'll be a free kick, as it usually is in that situation, in favour of the goalkeeper. No hard feelings between the two veterans.
Seriously, hats off to Duke. I mean, the shift he is putting in is just amazing. Such an advantage, such a bonus when you can play clueless balls forward as well, and Duke can get in there and win them. But just that directed header as well. Had so much awareness in that situation.
Shaded possession in this second half, Central Coast. No sign as yet that they are taking their foot off the pedal.
Well, we spoke about it at half-time. I mean, the fact that they really sensed opportunity here, but they have to turn those periods of domination into goals, have to be more productive.
Well, that's what you call an unnecessary corner. Mickey Neal should have headed that one over the sideline. He got the angles wrong.
And that's the challenge as well for the Mariners, to limit these errors, knowing that the Wanderers have the quality to make the most of these situations.
In from Saba. Back into that near post area from the Brazilian, cleared. Well, the Mariners, Saba gets the second bite at it, closed down by Sim. Breaks now for Cole. He clips it in, no flag for offside. Yes, there is. Eventually it came up from Sarah Ho.
But again, that situation there, Matty Sim getting close in on Saba to stop the cross coming in.
The right call. Morocco was in an offside position. Again, plenty of height in the corner. Josh Rose. And the shot was on target from a tight angle by Mitchell. He continues to work so hard to try and break this drought of his. He did score in round 1, of course, against the Jets. As we said, 1 goal, and that's it in his last 13 games to shoot. A yellow card of the game from Chris Griffith-Jones. I think it was Mateo Polyak.
Just overplays at times as well, Saba. He was responsible for that situation. There are limits to trickery. So he needs to trap the ball, wait for others, bring them into play. Needs to find that balance.
Hutchinson. Of average set pieces from both sides. The last few opportunities I've had with the dead ball. Not too much on that diagonal ball for Nikita Rukavica. Game this in 10 days for Central Coast. I wonder if fatigue will start to be a factor in the back end of this match.
That's much better intensity there from the Wanderers, having numbers around the ball, regaining possession quickly.
Mark Bridge about to enter the fray for Western Sydney Wanderers. Dead ball situation. Better delivery this time. Needed the right kind of header from Zach Anderson. It was always a heart in the mouth moment for a defender facing his own goal, having to deal with that type of ball. And it's the first change of the game. It comes from Western Sydney. Mark Bridge on for Nikita Rukavica. Rukavica hasn't had a lot of match practice, struggling to get a game in Germany with Heinz. Going to Australia to get that regular first team football with Nikita Rukavica. And it will be a process he has to go through to get there. Western Sydney, big save from Reddy, cleared off the edge of the 6-yard box by a Central Coast player. Another block from the Mariners, who are defending as though their lives depend on it. Well, he's again been impressive tonight, Liam Reddy.
Have just created something out of nothing there, the Wanderers. Have numbers forward, able to put the Mariners under pressure. Just absolute chaos in the box.
That would have been some impact. Saba. Rose is growing into that new role. So Saba. Score in front of the RBB and the Wanderers fans, who have immediately made him a cult hero. so popular, Vitor Saba. The Wanderers support. Castellan. Oh, Nick Montgomery thought he'd got it right there. That was mysterious as well. Well, I didn't see much wrong with that. No, you're right. Would have made a challenge like that about 500,000 times playing for Sheffield United, Nick Montgomery. On this occasion, Griffith-Jones has seen something in the angle, I guess, of the tackle that warranted a free kick. And it's well within striking range for Vitor Saba.
Well, it's a ridiculous decision.
Shannon Cole again trying to argue his case.
Exhibit A. Referee killing the intensity of the game.
Juric maybe trying to make a space at the edge of that wall. Cole, Castellan and Saba. It's going to be Saba. Oh, not a bad height on the free kick from Vitor Saba. But it's just over the wall. Did dip as well.
Certainly would have been pandemonium if that had gone in. It's a nothing situation. There's been a real lift in intensity to the Wanderers game. Getting numbers forward, trying to force the Mariners into errors.
Here's Bridge, a substitute.
Still, the Mariners have shown excellent awareness and defence. Concentration levels are up.
Again, driven forward by Montgomery. Neal wriggles away from, or did initially, from Romeo Castellan. Breaks here for Juric. LaRocca. They had the numbers there. Central Coast, now they get a chance to burst forward, but turned over easily by Fitzgerald, straight to Cole. Saba now opens up the channel for Adeleke. There's Adeleke.
There, the Mariners, Montgomery and Fitzgerald trying to dribble the ball out of defence.
LaRocca. Saba. Down goes the Brazilian, and again it's a free kick. And again the Mariners, and again Nick Montgomery, I should say, feel they did nothing wrong. Shake of the head from the Englishman. Look at the replay. He got the top of the ball there, Nick Montgomery, but maybe the angle of the challenge this time. Counted heavily against him. Down goes Saba. Still a fair challenge. Well, he's not going to change his game at his age, is he, Nick Montgomery? And I doubt Phil Moss wants him to. A real ball winner. Says he got the ball. No hard feelings from Vitor Saba, but he has got the free kick.
Looks like the referee's not going to change his views on what he thinks is a foul as well, Mike.
Yep. Finally, Shannon Cole gets a crack at a dead ball. Straight into a Central Coast player. Didn't really have a lot of conviction, that one from Shannon Cole. the Mariners. Isaka Cernak comes on. Matt Sid makes way. The well-travelled Isaka Cernak. Comes on in the left side of midfield. Here's La Rocca. Castellan. Cernak gets a toe in there. Wanderers still have possession. Castellan, down there he goes. Vitor Saba! Draws a smart save out of Liam Reddy. Goalkeeper goes long and early looking for Duke. Here's Hutchinson. That one wrong, John Hutchinson. Anyone's game, this one at Pertex Stadium. Either side really able to control territory. It's been absorbing right from the off. Castellan, speaking of off, is offside.
But again, it was Castellan drifting inside. Just looks a lot more dangerous. I mean, we saw in the previous situation there where he actually got on the ball wide and then cut into the middle. And that's where he can create indecision in the Mariners' defence. In the end, Saba got a shot off.
14,691 the crowd tonight. Bumper crowd for a midweek match. I mentioned the Champions League trophy is inside the stadium, as indeed is the FIFA Club World Cup, which is on a world tour. A huge opportunity yet again that will be for Western Sydney, up against Cruz Azul initially, and as we know, fingers crossed if they get a result there, they'll be up against Real Madrid, believe it or not. That game on December 13th in Rabat, Morocco, and that will also require a couple of more postponements to the fixture list for Western Sydney Wanderers. Tonight's match, of course, is the postponed round 3 match. 2 games, round 10 and 11, coincide with the Club World Cup in Morocco, so they'll be played in March. It'll be a very heavy schedule in March for Western Sydney. Of course, we'll be back in the ACL in the group stage. So it's relentless in terms of the fixture list for the Wanderers. Break here for Urich. The flow of the free kick, and that's an indication, is going towards Western Sydney Wanderers. Saba again draws the foul. Real character, isn't he, Vitor Saba? He'll enjoy playing in this Wanderers strip. He came through the ranks of Flamengo. That's the most famous club in world football with these red and black hoops. It's only first team games for Flamengo with the left back, Vitor Saba. Here he is on the head ball. Hard looking clearance attempt from Mitch Duke, who, as we've come to expect, has run himself into the ground. The Mariners will make another change, but they'll wait until after the corner. In it comes near post. I guess another opportunity for perhaps Romeo Castellan there. Get a touch, then he goes towards that near post, and the delivery is disappointing.
Just so erratic. They really need more from a player with such high technical ability, Sava, but it's just so erratic. I mean, at times he's whipping in sensational balls, as we saw previously. Fantastic turn and shot, but then you get him delivering such lazy balls, just like that one there, or even receiving the ball in that area between defence and midfield and just taking way too much time to turn. There was a situation where Pascalero just robbed him of the ball. Such an unpredictable player.
John Hutchinson makes way for Glenn Trefiro, who also scored against Melbourne City at the weekend. He won't get the chance to play against his older brother Jason, who's not in the matchday squad for the Wanderers this evening.
You just don't know what you're going to get from Vitor Sava. Could end up pinging one into the top corner from 30 metres, or drilling a corner into the cameraman behind the goal.
Neil chested down by Duke, but good strong challenge from Hamill. Trefiro with his first touch. Down goes Juric, and this time no free kick for the Wanderers. And he held his ground well, didn't give away the free kick.
That's a real lazy ball there from Fitzgerald, I think it was, or was it Trefiro?
Here is Trefiro.
Just killed the attacking opportunity to go forward. It was Fitzgerald. Those are the situations where you can really punish the opponent, receiving the ball in that area between defence and midfield, given the time to turn, and then just such a lazy pass. Must do better there, Fitzgerald.
Tommy Juric shouted at the Socceroo, but he's fallen out of the frame. Tommy Juric has been able to get regular football here at the Wanderers, had a few niggling injuries. Of course, the Socceroos then have now played their final warm-up game ahead of the Asian Cup. So for someone like Tommy Juric, it's going to be all about his performance at the club level. He's going to get his way into that squad. He's one player who will be hoping to escape the rotation policy, if you like, of Tony Popovich. He needs to play a bank of games, doesn't he?
Certainly does. But again, Mitchell Duke there. Going to change the subject very quickly here, Mike. Working hard.
Cernak. In behind Hamill. Lovely work from Cernak. He just wasn't allowed to settle on the ball there, was he? Nick Fitzgerald.
Superb run from Cernak. But Mitchell Duke, what a shift this is from the young man. They must hate playing against him. The Wanderers back four. He's chasing down everything.
Mariners go short. Trefiro and vary the angle. Hasn't been properly cleared. Still with Central Coast. Montgomery. Is Cernak. He's looked lively. It's coming on. Isaka Cernak.
Much better play there from the Mariners, keeping calm under pressure, playing simple balls.
Still Labano Halidi waits the ball to go dead so he can come on for Western Sydney Wanderers. Adeleke been quiet in the second half. Shea Adeleke. Bridge picks out Cole. He comes inside. Puts it towards the penalty spot. Castellan is in there. Stating the blindingly obvious, Ned, to say this is a game that looks as though one goal will decide it. 32 minutes gone, I guess it's a safe bet, but you never know. Some amazing finishes in the A-League as we saw in Melbourne last weekend with the Mariners, as we saw in Adelaide on Saturday. Make that change, Western Sydney, and Vitor Saba is the player who makes way for Lamino Haliti. What an impressive ACL campaign Haliti had, the only Western Sydney player to be involved in every single game. Shows you how much he's appreciated by his coach, Lamino Haliti.
Oh, great character and work ethic.
Personal story as well, of course, arrived in Australia as a refugee from Kosovo at the age of 13 and was identified a few years later by Frank Aroff, who pulled him out of nowhere really, taken to Sydney Olympic by his good mate Paul Kohler for a trial, and Aroff signed him right from the off, and from there it's been a professional career which may not have hit the great heights, Lamino Haliti. Here's Reddy. Takes a knock from Tommy Urich in collecting that ball, Liam Reddy. But he's like a good wine, Lamino Haliti. He's got better with age. Career best form over the last 12 months. The Wanderers number 7. Is Neil. Return from Caceres, who's chopped down by La Rocca, who then gets involved in some afters, and Caceres is complaining about the treatment he got there from the Italian La Rocca. And look at a couple of the yellow cards that Griffith Jones has given out this evening. Where does that one sit with you, Ned? Bit of a chop initially, and then a chest-to-chest from Jacopo La Rocca, who's a fiery customer.
He's got that right, the referee.
No yellow card. Fair enough.
But there certainly are signs of frustration there from the Wanderers. I mean, the fact that the Mariners have been able to maintain possession around in that final third as well.
Trapiro. Just delivery. Dropped into the arms of Kovic. There's a good set piece on him, Glenn Trapiro.
It's just so important to have that mentality as well, to keep playing, keep putting the opponent under pressure in these advanced areas, to basically send out a message. We're not here just to get a point.
Here goes Hamill, gets rid of Fitzgerald, and then ran out of ideas, Brendan Hamill.
I'm sure they'll be happy with the point, though, the Mariners. It's the message. We're not here for a point. We're happy with one. But we're trying to trick you into believing that we're here for 3.
Well, Phil Moss said in the build-up to this game, I want us to bottle the belief that I saw in the comeback we produced in Melbourne at the weekend. I think he's got that from his players. again. If you look at that graph, if you like, it's been on an upward curve since half-time a week ago in Adelaide. And a point away against the Asian champions, who've been in the last couple of league grand finals. It's a pretty good point for Central Coast. And it'll be a disappointing outcome for Tony Popovich if that is how this game concludes. Among the nominations for the AFC Coach of the Year, Tony Popovich, he said repeatedly, there are absolutely no excuses from me about our situation.
What about that death stare from Popovich?
He's got a good one. I think only Ange Postecoglou can better it. Poscalero off for the Mariners. On comes Eddie Bosnar. Now Josh Rose has gone across to right fullback for the last few minutes. Interesting change there from Moss. Here's Castellan. Still going, Romeo Castellan. Elite. Shake of the hips. Hasn't been cleared. Breaks for Bridge. And there strongly, full-bloodedly was Isaka Cernak. Romeo Castellan. Final minutes of normal time. The Wanderers attacking, looking for that breakthrough goal. The chance here. What a chance. What an opportunity there for Tommy Juric, who muscled his way in there and should have done a lot better.
Just found that passage to goal, Juric.
Well, to be fair to Tommy Juric, it just dropped that ball. In the end, it was at a very awkward height.
But it was the Mariners still couldn't get to the ball, but were there to put him under pressure, to make it difficult for him.
Here they come again, Western Sydney. Three more minutes. Bosnar finds touch. 10 metres into the opposition half. Tony Popovich doesn't think this is a lost cause in terms of getting the win. They have made a habit in the last couple of years, the Wanderers, of getting late goals. Branovic will leave it for his keeper, Ante Kovic, who launches it straight up the other end. Full header from Anderson. Slip there from the Mariners, and away come the Wanderers. Again, good defending from Josh Rose. That's the corner.
Those are the moments where they really need to limit their errors. The Mariners giving the Wanderers a real opportunity there now.
Who's going to take it? Eventually, Shannon Cole's given corner duties. No, Vitor Sabra, of course. Is this the opportunity and the moment the Wanderers have been waiting for? A ripple of excitement, a ripple of anticipation among the crowd. In it comes from Cole. Good delivery. Reddy gets a fist to it. Now Bridge closed down quickly, spins away from two. Great feet from Mark Bridge. Romeo Castellan. Here's Castellan, squares it up. What a miss kick. Chance here for the Wanderers. And it's away for a throw-in, believe it or not. The outside of the boot shot from Shannon Cole. Well, they've had their moments, Western Sydney. That's for sure.
Beautiful spin from Bridge. Lovely play from Castellan.
Cernak.
But it's that earlier mistake from the Mariners that put them under pressure.
Mitch Shute could have gone outside his man. Shea Adeleke decided to try and go straight through him, and it's another turnover. Here's Bridge, now Castellan. Mariners are making life hard for themselves. Castellan gets rid of the first defender. Down he goes. It was a slip from the Dutchman. He's not appealing for a penalty. And maybe they've done enough, Central Coast. It's been a nervy finale for them. Reddy will take his time. See the anxiety written on the face of John Hutchinson. Keep calm, says Liam Reddy. He'll take a card if he has to. Goalkeeper.
Just a few moments when they've lost the ball in really dangerous areas.
Free kick, Central Coast. Well, Western Sydney Wanderers still waiting for their first win of the season. They've got a point here against the Mariners. So it's a start, but don't be disappointed with the scoreline. It's a point game for the visiting team, who look to have turned around their season the last week and a bit. They certainly gave a good account of themselves, Central Coast Mariners. More work to do for Tony Popovich. They've got a bank of home games. They need to make the most of it. They would have put this down as a three-pointer, the Wanderers, but they haven't got those 3 points. They'll have to settle for one. Credit Central Coast for their contribution. Full time here at Pertex Stadium. Western Sydney Wanderers 0, Central Coast Mariners 0.